Hello guys, welcome back to C Fashion Academy. Today I'll be teaching us how to do our inner placket. That is a center flap for a senator wear or any type of dress that you want to make. So guys, I want you guys to make sure you watch this to the end and make sure you click on that like button if you actually love this video, and make sure you subscribe to this channel if this is your first time. Thanks and may God bless you.
So here is the place that the placket is going to be. Are you seeing it? This is the part the placket is going to be. So I will teach us how to open up for the placket. Remember I told us that we'll be making use of the inner placket this time around. So I'll teach us how to open it up. Then we can now cut it on the material and I will show us how to do the stitching. Okay. So let me teach us how to open up the center. Now, since it is inner placket, I want you to know that the placket, the length of the placket is from like 12 to 15 to 16 and below. Do you understand? From 12 upwards. That's the length of the placket. Now, what do I mean by that? Look at it. From here, are you seeing it? This is 12. If I choose to use 14 as my placket, this thing, look at it from here to here. It's 14. Are you seeing it? Now, the width of my placket, that is C. What I mean by the width of my placket is this should be a placket. Are you seeing it? The width like this of my placket. I don't usually, these days I don't like using placket that are bolder. I like using tiny plackets. Do you understand? So the width of my placket, what I want is 1 inch total. So what do? Remember, this is the length. As inner placket, all I have to do is, let me show you guys something. You have to open up from here, look, to the length. When you reach the length, okay, you stop. So there's something else I want you to see. There's something else I want you to see. Now look. Remember I said it's 1 inch. Okay? So that means folded into 2 should be ½ inch. Hope that's well understood. Yes. Okay, ½ inch. Something like this. ½ inch. You can now roll it upwards. Now there is this placket I want to do. I don't want to do the one that the down part is like this. Plain like this. I want to do the one that the down part is like this. Are you seeing it? So in order to achieve this particular one, okay, let me first of all tell you how to achieve this particular one. How to achieve this particular one is at the down part here, just give a notch like this. See, just give a notch like this. Don't extend your cutting to this point. Are you seeing it? Stop your cutting here and give a notch like this. So look at what I mean, guys. Look at what I mean, guys. Let's say where I want it. Well, let's say where I want it to stop is at this point. You see my notch is stopped here. Then I will now do something like this. Are you seeing it? Now something like this means, look at what it means. It means that at the end of the day, I will have to fold it like this. It means at the end of the day, look at it. Are you seeing it? Remember, this is the ½ inch. Then look at this one. Are you seeing it? So this is the beginning of the inner placket. Are you seeing it? This is the beginning. Remember, the next one that we need to do is to cut off the 2 pieces which we are going to use for the inside as the inner placket itself. Okay, this is this particular design that I've just done now. Remember I told you guys that I can also create the other, this one. That one is not really hard. Okay, if I actually want to achieve that particular one, I think I will have to open it up more. Look, something like this. Something like this, I think. Look at it. Are you guys seeing it? We've achieved this particular one. So any shape that you want is your choice to create that particular shape. So this is how we do the opening. Then we keep it one side. We now have to prepare a piece that we are going to be using inside. We now have to prepare a piece, something like this. Fold. Let me show you guys. Fold. from here to here, you can make it to be 2.5 inches. Do you understand? And make sure that the length is longer than this, with probably 2 inches. Do you understand? Make sure that the length is longer than this. What did I say about the width? 2.5. And make it to be 2. Do you understand? It should be what? 2. Okay, so as you guys can see, let's prepare it and sew. So this is the front. Are you seeing it? So now, what you are seeing here now is an interfacing. So you can work with any interfacing. We have this one. This one is a bit thicker. Then we also have this one. Are you seeing it? We also have this one is lighter. We have lots of them. Okay, see, we also have this one. This one is thicker than all of them. Are you seeing it? So anyone you feel like is best for your fabric. But for now, I think this is best for this part, my fabric here. Okay, now let's go on it. Now the essence of using this interfacing is to make sure that when you work on this, like when you fold it, it will really relax very, very well. So we need to thicken up this size now. So now place this thing very well. This thing you've opened already. Then gum. Make sure you centralize it. So place it and iron, guys. Iron it out very well. So after you are done ironing, take your time and iron. After you are done ironing, turn it to the front. So you can see, you are still seeing those the place you cut it previously. Are you seeing it? So cut towards that side, cut through. Okay, so cut through. So you guys can remember what I taught you on the other one. If you want to get a V shape, you know what, this one now you are seeing here now is not a V shape actually. Do you understand? So which one are we going to be doing on this one? V. Okay, so now V. I have to also be very careful so as not to extend beyond my interfacing. Do you understand? Okay, so let's do that. Are you seeing it? So now let's work on that. So all I have to do now, look at it, guys. Remember, my placket, the width that I want is 1 inch. So that means I have to be folding ½ inch. Now, as you can see, this is exactly ½ inch from here to here. So now let's fold it out, guys. So you can see, we are done folding this very side. So if you think this is not well held, like if you think it's not firm, do you understand? All you have to do is to cut a little bit of your hemming gum, cut it. Then after you are done cutting it, take it and place under this one. Do you guys understand? Place it under here and then iron it out. So when you are done, please do the same thing here. Do you understand? Do the same thing here. Is as you're working on this, make sure your iron is not directly touching your hemming gum. It's not nice. It will soil your dress. As you guys can see, let's continue. Fold out this very part. Are you seeing it? Fold it out and also fold out this very part. As you can see, we're almost done. Please make sure you get this part very, very well, because this is the part that will bring out the real shape of your placket. So when you are done, as you can see, you are seeing it here. You can still make use of your hemming gum to hold it. Is whenever you are working on dress like this, there's something I will advise you guys. Make sure you always have a piece like you are working with, which you can sometimes use and they iron. Do you guys understand? Make sure you have a piece like that. Like as I'm using this one to cover here, and I'll be ironing because I don't want my hemming gum to be touching directly on the surface of the iron. So when you are done, as you can see, we are 100% done with this part. Now look at it here. Are you seeing it? Are you seeing it? So what you are going to be doing now, let me show you guys the secret to this. You should be working with 1 inch. Remember, it's 1 inch. So that means from here to here should be 1 inch. Do you guys understand? Yeah. Because if you are working on this one and place it in a way that is not 1 inch, the shape will not be okay. Now let's continue. Remember, I taught us how to cut out piece for the placket itself. I said it should fold 2.5 inches. Do you understand? And above. So in other words, see the one I folded. So as you can see, it's longer than the opening you are seeing there, and it's wider also. This is 2.5 by whatever. So what I did was I added interfacing on top of it. Are you seeing it? To make it a bit thicker, just like I've done on the body of the dress. Now look at what I'm trying to do now. Look at what I'm doing. Just to make it thicker. This is interfacing. Now use your iron and iron it out also to make it thicker, because when the heat touches it, it gums. So when you are done, next thing you are going to be doing, guys, is to take these two and go and weave them out. Do you understand? Weave it out from here all the way here, just to help the finishing to come out very, very well. That's what. Then we will not continue. I will not show us how to place it on the material itself. So guys, as you can see, now by me looking at this, remember what I told us, the width of this placket is 1 inch. Hope you guys understand. So now look at, we have prepared this one. With what I told you guys, the width of this one is 2.5. Are you seeing in both of them? Then the length should be longer than this. That's just what I said. Do you understand? As you can see, this one is much longer than this, so it doesn't matter. We're still going to cut it off. So now what you are going to do, since the width of this is 1 inch, now on this particular one, are you seeing it? We have the one on the left side. Remember, this thing has to be, the placket is this side you should be opening from. The left side you should be opening from. Then the right side should be the one underneath. Do you understand? Okay, now look at it. Now, since it's this one, the left side, you have to mark out 1 inch. Are you seeing it? That is the complete placket. Mark it out and roll it straight. Then now this particular one, you don't have to mark up to 1 inch. Do you know why? When you mark up to 1 inch, it's more like when you be sewing it, you'll be closing everything. I don't know how to explain this thing. Look at it, guys. Let's say at the end of the day, if you mark out up to 1 inch, remember we are going to sew like this. Now when you be sewing, you'll be surprised that if this one is entering inside more, you are going to sew it on top. Do you understand? Instead of leaving it from the stitching, so that when you do like this, see, so that when you do like this, it will be able to open. Do you understand? So that's why this one is 1 inch, while this one is what? 3/4 inch. Even if you want to do half, it's still okay. Do you understand? Okay, so what we are going to do next now is we are going to place it like this. Are you seeing it? We are going to place it like this. Then use your hemming gum and try to hold it at the down part. You guys understand? So as for it not to shift. So that's what you are going to be doing now. Take your piece and iron like this. Okay guys, now look at it. Are you seeing it? This one is now hold as one. So now place this. As you are placing, make sure this thing does not go so far. Do you understand? Let it just be like 1 inch after the shape. Okay, now place it like this. Make sure this one is being placed at this point. Are you seeing it? Now why this one is here? Guys, look at it. Why this one is here? Are you seeing it? The everything is, the placket is coming out already. Now look at it. Place it like this. Are you seeing it? So when you are done placing it, take your hemming gum. It's very, very necessary. Take your hemming gum. Just do something like this. Are you seeing it? Place before the line. Are you seeing it? Place it like this. Then if you like, you can place double, but at the end of the day, I don't need to do that. Place like this. Then look at it. Place it like this. So even before placing on another part, you can as well iron it out. Take your iron so as to hold it in before you move on to the next stage. Okay, so are you seeing it? So next thing we are going to be doing, please, there's something else I still want you to do. Still in the spirit of holding it together. See, put something like this. Are you seeing it? Are you seeing it? Down here, put hemming gum, then place it. When we iron it, it's going to gum everything there. Now the same thing to this particular one. Place your hemming gum here. Are you seeing it? Okay. Now place. Are you seeing it, guys? So at the end of the what we are going to be doing is we are going to be ironing it out. As you are ironing it out, there's something I want you to check to make sure these things are equal. If they are not equal, see, it's possible that they might not be equal. You understand? So make sure they are equal. Hope this one is equal. Okay, so continue. This is not hard. For me, this is one of the simplest plackets. Yes, it's one of the simplest plackets. But that's only if you can do it neatly. That's what matters. Only if you can do it neatly. So as you can see, we're almost done, guys. So next thing I want you to do is to look at it. Are you seeing it? I want you to take your scissors. You must not do it now, but I have to do it in fact. I want you to take your scissors and then trim it out. Are you seeing it? So at the end of the day, look at it. Very nice. Are you seeing it? At the end of the day, what we are going to be doing now is very simple. We are going to be sewing from here. Are you seeing it? To this very side. If you like, you can make your stitch to be double. Do you understand? You can make it to be double. So that's what we are going to be doing now. So let's go to the sewing machine. So guys, as you can see, are you seeing it? So we are going to be stitching. Now look at it. We are going to be stitching from here. As you're stitching, make sure your stitch is very, very neat. Start from the edge. It's very important. Now you have to turn it and follow the shape. The same thing to this part. Turn it and then follow the shape. Do the same thing here till you reach at the end. Now you see that thing I was telling us. Assuming this one is entering in much, it's possible that as I'm sewing this one will be stitched on top at the same time. So now, but as I'll be stitching it now, I will not be afraid of anything. Are you seeing it? I've stitched it only this particular one. Now by me looking at it, you guys can see that we are just done with the stitching. Are you seeing it? So now it's left for you now to apply more stitch for design's sake. Do you understand? You can do that particular one. It's your choice. Now let me do something to show you guys an example of what I mean by that. I can now give a spacing of like 1/4 inch or 1/2 inch to do something else. Now look at it, guys. Sometimes we might think it's just for design's sake, but it's not necessarily for design's sake. It's also to make everything thin, more thin. So if you cannot get your this thing equal, is I advise you mark this shape first before you sew. Do you understand? You cannot get everything equal as I'm doing now. Now look at what I mean. Are you seeing from here? You need to get, I don't know if either there's any chalk here. See, here needs to be equal to wherever it's going to stop here. Do you understand? I have to be very, very careful because probably me too, I'm not a machine. Do you understand? So I have to be very, very careful so as to get a nice work. I don't know whether I've reached at that point. Okay, now look at it, guys. So let's continue with the stitching. Now you have to make sure it's almost exactly to this other one. Okay. Are you guys seeing it now? It's looking more mature, kind of. You understand? So it's still your choice. If you feel you still want to do something else, you know, just be creative on your own. Do you know that you can still take a sewing machine and be doing a design like this inside this particular one? Do you understand? And be going this way. Then if you think that your hand, you cannot handle the machine very well, you can use all these our tabletop machine that already have already made designs. You understand? Or that as you are sewing straight, the machine itself is doing something like this inside here. Do you understand? It's a kind of embroidery. You understand? Then you can still use it and do the same thing. So as you can see, guys, we are done with it. So this is the inside. As you can see, very neat, looking very neat. This is the outside part. So this is the placket, the inner placket. Simple as that. You guys understand? Okay. Any question? Same.
Okay, guys, thanks for watching. I want you to make sure you check for our next video on how to make a bishop collar neck. Make sure you learn how to make this bishop collar neck. I know it might look so simple, but it's very critical. You have to learn how to make it. So if you're new to my channel, so please guys, make sure you click on that like button and make sure you subscribe. Thanks, and may God bless you.